Good morning, students. Today we shall go through the third class of the correct the errors. Already we have gone through a lot of chapters explaining, analyzing the rules. Most importantly, we have completed the agreements of R. Okay, and today I will go through 15 questions covering almost all the chapters. We will analyze the sentence from the parts of speech. Okay, the concept of parts of speech will be discussed. In the question number 1, you can see what you are saying. Here is the cup. Please fill and give to him. Here is the cup. According to the sentence, when the sentence starts from here, the text simple present, and here is the cup. Okay, please fill and give it to him. It's an imperative sentence. Look at the verb. Please fill and give to him. In this sentence, I have already told you, when you are getting the main verb, your prime responsibility is that whether this main verb is verb transitive or verb intransitive. And you know, both these verbs are transitive. Ate. Here they need object. Here they need object. But there is no object. And when there is the absence of object, you can use the object according to the sense of the sentence or according to the subject here. Here is the cup, and cup is an inanimate object. So you can use it as object. Ate, it will be, please fill and give it to him. Him is the object of the preposition to, but it will be the object of the main verb fill and give. Okay? Question number 1, you got the sense. Here is the cup, please fill and give to him. Give it to him. Number 2, you are ill informed. You are ill informed with the linking verb. With the linking verb, you are ill informed. And linking verb usually followed by adjective. And from this point of view, this is you are ill informed. And you can see this sentence starts from here, and another sentence starts from here to there. You are ill informed, and you can see there is a punctuation mark, semicolon. And when there are two sentences joined by a semicolon, they are the coordinate clauses. Means both are main clause, you can say. You are ill informed, and as adjective the sentence is correct, there is no mistake. I am neither a poet nor philosopher. I am neither and nor is the conjunction correlative. They are joining, but neither a poet nor philosopher. You look at the word, if a is used before poet, so there would be another a before a philosopher. Okay, from this point of view, the sentence got correct. You are ill informed. I am neither a poet nor a philosopher. Okay, come to the question number 3. Question number 3, what does it say? Question number 3 says, he exclaimed with wonder how charming the sceneries are. He exclaimed with wonder how charming the sceneries are. He exclaimed, this is a sentence, is exclaimed with wonder, exclaimed text preposition with, okay, and wonder is a noun, okay, this sentence is complete, there is no mistake. How charming the sceneries are. How charming the sceneries are. The sceneries are. The word scenery is an uncountable noun. Okay. As it is uncountable noun, you cannot make it sceneries. You will make it scenery. And how charming the scenery. When you make it scenery, so you have to change also how charming the scenery is. Okay, scenery is always uncountable. You cannot make it plural. Ateb, how charming the scenery is. Okay. Ram was appointed as secretary by the unanimous decision of the officer. Okay. Look at the question of 4. Ram was appointed as secretary Ram was appointed as secretary by the unanimous decision of the office bearers. Let us divide the sentence here. Ram, verb phrases here, was appointed, verb phrase. Okay. And already I have told you, the appoint is a factitive verb. Factitive verb means that will have a complement besides an object. I have already told you. As it is a passive voice, this was the real subject. Okay. And this was the object of the sentence, active sentence. Ram was appointed. I told you the factitive verb takes a complement besides the object. And object was Ram here. Okay, we have made passive. Okay, this verb cannot take the word as because this is the complement. Okay, this is the complement. Okay, the sentence will be Ram was appointed secretary by the unanimous decision of the bearers, office bearer. This part is also, this is the real subject of the sentence. Okay, correct one, by the unanimous decision of office bearer. There is no mistake. The mistake was you cannot use as here. The words I have told you. Let me repeat the words. Appoint, call, choose, consider, deem, designate, decide, elect, fill, found, make, name, select. These are the factitive verbs, and these verbs they take a complement besides an object, so they cannot, the complement doesn't take here, but conjunction doesn't take it. Okay. But Abraham was appointed secretary by the unanimous decision of the office bearers. Let us come to question number 4. He does not, what he does not? Now he does not need none of the cake. He does not need none of the cake. Okay. And you can verify the sentence. He does not need none of the cake. You can see above the center correct one, but you will find here not. It is simple sentence. The simple sentence cannot have or contain double negatives. You can see he does not, and there is another word no, none, no plus one, none. So either you can make it does not need any one of the cake. He does not need any one of the cake. Or you can do it, he needs none of the cake. He needs none of the cake. Okay? If you retain it, then you have to change it. If you change it, you have to retain it. And if you change it, it will make it need, and it will be merva. He needs none of the cake. Did you get the sense, my dear students? Okay, let us come to question number 6. Okay. Let me make the sentence down. Let me verify the camera whether it is visible or not. Okay. The bicycle was stolen by somebody else. Question number 6. The bicycle was stolen by somebody else. In this question, we find it is a simple sentence. And you see, this is the subject of the sentence, the predicate, and it is be verb. But V3 means B plus V3 means passive voice, you know. Okay. So from this point of view, the bicycle was stolen. Correct and correct. Okay. By somebody, there might be mistakes. Now what is the mistake? Now your mistake is, let us discuss, somebody is a pronoun. Is a pronoun. And exactly which pronoun? Exactly it is a indefinite pronoun. It is indefinite pronoun. And when the indefinite pronoun comes as agent, by plus agent, generally indefinite pronouns are not used as agent, by plus agent. Okay, there are 12 indefinite pronouns. Let me write someone, somebody, something. Okay, anyone, anybody, anything. Similarly, third one is everyone, everybody, everything. The last one is no one, nobody, nothing. These 12 indefinite pronouns are not used as agent, by plus agent. They are not used as by plus agent. Okay? That's why, what is the mistake here? The mistake, generally there is no mistake, but mistake is for competitive students, for grown-up students it is a mistake. But for school students, that is generally not treated as a mistake. The my bicycle stolen means this part should be deleted. You delete this part. My bicycle was stolen. It is self-understood. Somebody, a cattle, the cattle might not have stolen your bicycle. It must be stolen by somebody else. He may be human being, he may be robber, by somebody else. this part should be deleted from the sentence. The sentence should be the bicycle was stolen. Okay. Question number 6. Come to question number 7. Okay. He reached at the station in time. He reached at the station in time. He reached at the station in time. Okay. Look at the sentence. This is the subject. It is a simple sentence. Subject. And this is the verb. V2. He reached at the station in time. He and reached. Agreement verb is correct. He reached. Okay. At the station in time. Let us divide the two parts. In time is the verb. Okay. And you know, in time means before time. Before arrival of the train, he reached the station. Okay. And that is in time, and on time means punctually, regularly. That is something different. In time, before time. And at the station, Bharat, there is the mistake. And what is the mistake? Everybody says, I reached at the college. I reached at the school. He reached the station. But my dear students, let us discuss. Arrive at is equal to reach. Okay. Wait for is equal to await. Okay. Arrive at is equal to reach. Okay. Wait for is equal to await. Come into is equal to enter. So the preposition are used here, not there. You cannot say enter into. Generally people say enter into. Enter into the class. No, enter the class. Come in the class or enter into. Wait for or await. Arrive at or reach. Okay. Okay. From this point of view, we have to delete the word at. Okay. He reached the station in time. Okay. Let us come to question number 7. Question 7. Now come to question number 8. Okay. Question number 8. What is the question? Hardly I switched on the gas stove, then the gas tank exploded. Hardly I switched on the gas stove, then the gas tank exploded. Okay. Look at here. What is? Hardly I switched on the gas stove, then the gas tank exploded. Okay. And what do you observe in the sentence? Look at the word. The sentence started for the word hardly. Hardly, rarely, scarcely, seldom, few, never, in no time. These are the semi-negative words. What are they? These are the semi-negative words. Okay. And you find there are two clauses and two coordinate clauses. Okay. And when the clause introduced hardly and it follows a specific rule, when the sentence begins with a semi-negative word, they what? Follow a specific rule. And what is the rule? Now the rule is, what is? Now they take semi-negative words plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb according to auxiliary verb. This is the structure. If auxiliary verb is am are, then main verb will be ing. If auxiliary verb have is, main verb will be v3. If auxiliary verb do, does, did, the main verb will be v1 accordingly. Okay, by applying this structure, what will get here? Now hardly. What is the auxiliary verb here? Did. Hardly, did I, and when did come here, and what is the main verb? Now v1. Switch. Hardly did I switch on the gas stove. Then the gas stove exploded. When a clause introduced by hardly, it is followed by a specific word. The second clause is introduced by a specific word. Hardly when. It will be hardly when, not then. And look at these are the simultaneous actions, instant actions. Hardly did I switch on the gas stove when the gas stove exploded. Did you get the sense? You have to delete this word then by when. Okay, you got the answer. Hardly I switched on the gas stove when the gas tank exploded. Okay, did you get the sense, my students? Now we will come to question number 9. Okay, let me erase the tape, erase the board. Question number 9 is, he has enough, it will be capital, he has money enough to buy a car. Very simple sentence. He has money enough, and he the subject, has the main verb. He has the money enough to buy a car. To buy a car. This part is correct. Okay. Ate, he has, this part is also correct. Let us consider this part. Money enough. You know, when we use enough in a sentence, enough. Where we do enough? Now we use enough plus noun or enough plus adjective. But this is not the structure. We use enough plus enough and noun and enough and adjective. Let us, adjective stands for A, noun stands for N, and enough stands for E. Let us rearrange this. A, E, N. Look at A, E, N. A means adjective plus enough. E means enough plus noun. Either you can have this one or you can have, sorry, look at mathematically you must have been intersection, you must have read enough plus adjective, adjective plus enough or enough plus noun. This is the structure. Either adjective plus enough or enough plus noun. Noun plus enough cannot be. Noun plus enough cannot be. Okay? And it will be what we get? We get here adjective plus enough or enough plus noun. You have to remember this rule. When you find enough in a sentence, immediately you should think about how do we use enough in a sentence. Now we use enough in a sentence like AEN and intersected and an intersected G is the comma, and you see adjective plus enough or enough plus noun. Okay, from this point of view, look at the word, it is noun. It is noun. Okay, enough is used before noun. Okay, this part is the mistake one, this will come here. Okay, it will be he has enough money to buy a car. Okay? The student, did you get the sense? He has enough money to buy a car. Question number 10. Okay? Question number 10. In the question number 10, we get what? In the question number 10, we get one should not waste his time. One should not waste his time. Okay? Look at here, subject is one. Should not waste. The absolute verb predicate is the verb. One should not waste. And you see, his time. Look at the his. Derived from he. When he is here, you can use his. When I is here, you can use mine. When we is here, you can use our. But when one is here, how can you use he is here? Do you get the sense? When he is there, you can use his. When I is here, you can use mine. When we is here, you can use our. When one is the subject, how can you use his here? Because his is related to he. You cannot use his. Athe, its genitive case would be once. It is once. Athe, the answer would be one should not waste one's time. Did you get the sense? One should not waste one's time. Come to question number 11. Okay. We'll go to question number 11. One of them is already given one study. Previous question, question number 9, sorry 10. In the question number 10, we got this type of sentence, but here is something different. Here you see subject, the one study. Look at that, your eyes should come here, one study. Where one study is here, its subject should be one, you know. But is there subject one? Look at here, subject is, yes, one is here, but one of them, when it is not simply one, it is one of them. And one of them does not mean one. Athe, here one of them, they means plural, they. Okay, third person. Athe, one of them is its singular is he. Then one means singular he, third person singular number. Athe, here you cannot use once here. One of them has already given up. If this part is the correct one, you see, has already, third person V3, has V3, that is the correct one. The only mistake is here, once is mistake because here the subject is not one at all. It is one of them. What here you can write is. Okay? One of them has already given up his studies. Okay? Did you get the sense? Come to question number 12. Come to question number 12. In the question number 12, when I had opened the door, the children ran in. When I had opened the door, the children ran in. Look at, this is the adverb clause, you know. This is the adverb clause. The children ran in. The children ran in. When I had opened the door, children, these both are instant actions. And you know, when both the clauses having instant actions, both the clauses should be written in the same tense. And instant actions are written in simple past. And progressive actions are written in progressive tense. It is simple past. Again, subject plus V2. Subject plus V2 means this part subject plus then V2. This is correct one. Come here. When I hit upon the door, this part is the mistake. It will be when I open the door, the children running. Both are instant actions. Okay. Question number 30. We have rejected what? Your proposal. It hinders instead of helps us. And what does it mean? We have rejected your proposal. Locate subject. You know, colon mark, semicolon mark is a coordinate clauses. We have rejected. It is subject, predicate, with a direct object. We have rejected your proposal. Okay, and have is followed by V3, and that is also correct. According to subject, have is used. This part is correct. It hinders, and it the pronoun stands for the proposal. It hinders. Okay, it is present. It is also present. It hinders. Instead of helps us, it hinders instead of. Okay, preposition, it hinders instead of helps us. You know, preposition is followed by a noun, and it is not nounatal. Helps is not nounatal. You see, preposition helps is not nounatal. You have to make it noun, and you know, prepositions are usually followed by V1 plus ing. Prepositions are usually followed by V1 plus ing. Okay? Ateb, you have to make it helping. Ateb, did you get the same? Dear students, we have rejected your proposal. It hinders instead of helping us. Question number 14. I'll surely return your book in 1 day or 2. Ateb, look at the simple sentence. I, the subject, and the predicate, bhar part, I will return. Your book, return is the front of the verb. Ateb, this is the your book object. The direct object, that part is also correct. I will return your book. I will simply say I will return. No, I will return your book. I will return a bag. I will return money. In 1 day or 2. In 1 day or 2, 1 and 2 are the numerical adjectives. And you see, the day is the noun. Either in 1 or 2 days. It will be either in 1 or 2 days. You can say either in 1 day or 2. 2 is adjective. How can you complete end the sentence with adjective? I will surely return your book in 1 day, or in preposition that will be followed by noun, and noun here, but this is the noun, not there is no noun. Ateb, we take into account 1 day or 2, it will be 1 or 2 days. Bring the word here, it will be 2 days. Okay? And today is the last question, dear students. And okay, we have gone through a lot of analysis, linking verb, clause, okay, semi-negative words, okay. Last question is, what is? The teacher emphasized on the point again and again. The teacher emphasized the point, the subject, and this is the verb. Okay. Look at here, the teacher emphasized on the point again and again. Okay. Emphasize is a transitive verb. It is transitive verb. Transitive verb directly followed by object but not no preposition. Ateb, look at here, on is should be deleted. Okay. Give emphasis On is equal to emphasize. Look at here. Give emphasis on is equal to emphasize. Or the one is here, emphasis or emphasize. Delete this one. The teacher emphasize the point again and again. Dear students, today we completed 50 questions. Okay? I think again you will go through these sentences. You will dissect, you will analyze, you will scrutinize the sentence. Dear students, okay? But before I close the class, let me tell you that don't forget to what? Log on JC's English classes. Already I have told you that by logging the JC's English classes, subscribing, log on and subscribe it. By subscribing JC's English classes, you are not spending a lot of money. Okay? You are enhancing, you are growing my channel so that I will be able to post so many things on different chapters. Till then, bye bye, tie tie. Okay?